warna hiasnya sualirnya. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the full moon in Cancer, taking place for everybody on January 13th, 2025. You don't have to have Cancer anywhere in your astrological chart to be able to watch this reading. What I do is take a look at new moon and full moon energies to see what's happening for everybody on a collective level. And full moon is often a time where we will change things up, let things go, release what's not working in order to create space, right, for new moon time to set new moon intentions in order to kind of attract new things in. So full moon is often a time where we're releasing, letting go, making changes, clearing away things. And it's all for the benefit of attracting new things toward us with our manifestations and the intentions that we set. So that's why I do these readings. It's always curious to me to see what it is we might be changing and letting go at full moon, and what it is we might be welcoming in and or attracting to us at new moon time. So let's go ahead and get the reading started. What I usually do is begin with an oracle card to see what the main energy and or theme is of this particular moon cycle. So let's see. Full moon in Cancer, January 13, 2025. What is this energy all about? What should we know? What should we be aware of, right? It's the main energy and or theme. Okay. And this is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I'm also using the Healing with the Angels. And then I will follow up with Tarot. So let's see. January 13, 2025. Full moon in Cancer. What is the main energy or theme for this particular new moon or full moon cycle? Full moon, Cancer. Okay, just want two. Full moon in Cancer, January 13, 2025. Okay. So let's start with the Oracle first, and then I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot. And I'm sorry if I'm bumping the camera. If you see it shake, try to get the cord out of my way because I think this was causing it to jump. All right, so we have the energy of faith. This is saying right away, trust what's happening for you right now. There's a little bit of faith that's required in this particular moment in your journey. I don't know if it's faith in regards to making a change, faith in regards to letting something go, right? That sometimes requires a leap of faith. Sometimes letting something go or changing something in the journey is a little daunting for us because change is hard. Sometimes we're afraid of the changes that we're prompted to make, or the risks that it will take to maybe make those changes. So something is requiring your trust and your faith at this particular full moon time. So this is kind of a word of guidance, I feel, to tell you to stand strong in your faith. If there is something you must do or you're feeling prompted to do, encouraged to change maybe, it's going to require your faith. Yeah, and that you act in truth and integrity. Okay, so trust the timing. Have faith that everything is unfolding right on time, according to what's true, and feels like, you know, it's this energy of it's unfolding according to the right timing for you, in truth, and with your integrity in mind. So it's like this, whatever's taking place for you at this time is happening so it vibes with the true essence of who you are and where you're meant to be led. Why do I say that? Because arrows, right, they aim at something. So it could be that you have a goal, or the universe is kind of moving and nudging you in a certain direction, and you're going to have faith in the direction that you're being moved in. You're going to have to trust that it's all working out according to what's best for you, according to what's true to you. It feels like you being led in the direction of true north, and you arriving at the time that you're meant to be there, or things are unfolding according to the way they're meant to unfold at the right time, no sooner, no later. You will arrive at where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, because that's how the divine works. There's like this orchestration taking place on your behalf according to what's true and right for you over here. And it's like the universe is not going to put you on the path like an arrow in the direction of a target unless it was the right thing for you. It's not going to nudge you in that direction also unless it was the right thing for you. So it's like if at all you feel led or prompted to make a change, move literally or figuratively, make some moves, let something go, it is going to require your faith. It is going to require your trust. And you're going to have to act in truth and with integrity. Like what rings true to the essence and core of who you are. That is the truth. And that should be the motivation for any changes you make around this time. It has to speak to your inner being with truth and integrity. If it feels right to you, it's because it is. If it doesn't vibe with you, it's because it's not it. That's not what's yours, or that's not what's meant for you. Do you see? Like your inner compass is really trying to lead the way over here. And you're arriving right on time. So all you have to do is have a little faith, and it's like stand firm. Once you make the choice, once you make the move, once you take the leap, remain firm. Because everything's unfolding exactly the way that it needs to, according to the truth of who you are. And it feels like also the path that you're meant to be on. It's like you wouldn't be directed or moved or placed on this path in the direction of a target, a goal, right, or an aim, unless it wasn't the true path that you weren't. That you know what I'm saying? It's like you wouldn't be moved in this direction unless it was the true path for you. And if it wasn't the true path, you wouldn't have been nudged in that direction, or you wouldn't have been nudged to make those changes or adjustments, or you wouldn't have been nudged to let that go. So it feels like something on a deeper level here that prompted a change or prompted a risk that maybe you felt led to take, or you're feeling led to take at this time. It does feel like there could be a leap of faith involved. It's a leap of faith that is according to what rings right and true to you on a deep soul level. And, you know, sometimes we have to trust that. Sometimes we don't have evidence outside of us as far as why we feel prompted the way that we do. We just have to go with our gut. It's the spirit, like your spirit is talking to you, nudging you, pushing you, compelling, right? Compelling you. Sometimes there's this feeling of being compelled in a certain direction or to do a certain thing. And oftentimes there's no explanation for it, but just like a deep, deep feeling, a deep nudge of the soul. So I feel like some of you are going to be experiencing that, and you're going to have to act upon it. Because what it's going to do is it's the prompt, it's the catalyst to move you in a certain direction here with that arrow energy. I feel like you're the arrow shot from the bow. And it's like the universe is the one pulling back, right? Pulling back the string to aim you, to move you, to guide you. You know, yeah, it does feel like the universe, Great Spirit, is the archer. You're the bow, and you're being shot in a certain direction to land a mark, land an aim, land a target, land a goal. But it's going to require your initial step or act of faith around this full moon time. Okay? And it feels like a nudge that you can't shake. That's going to be the prompt, and it's going to speak to you, and it's just going to require that you act in faith every step of the way, that you take the leap where you need to, so you can move in the direction of the path that you're meant to be on. Also, whenever I see this card, like, you do have the bird. The bird feels like it's singing a song only you can hear, and birds are symbols of spirit. So it does feel like your higher self, spirit, maybe the ancestors are speaking to you, prompting you, maybe sending even signs, messages, synchronicities, messages of confirmation, all to kind of like keep, pushing you forward, so you do the thing, which then prompts this movement. Okay, I'm just thinking of arrows flying through the air. They have a goal, they have a target to reach, and it's going to require your initial step in faith to act upon the nudge when you receive it. And I feel like when you receive that nudge, it's really just your higher self, it's spirit, kind of singing a song only you can hear, whispering in your ear. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. And if I need more cards, I always grab off to the side. Let's see, January 13, 2025. Full moon in Cancer. Oh, hold on. Yeah, look at that. The Tower. Okay, that's the catalyst for change right here. Sometimes you initiate that Tower moment. This is energy of clearing away a faulty foundation or something that's not working in order to rebuild, in order to move or build or grow in the direction of what is true and authentic, because anything faulty is not going to stand the test of time. So what you do with the Tower energy, whether you initiate that catalyst for change or not, or the universe does it for you, it is literally wiping the slate clean, so everything that isn't true to you can fall away, to make space to rebuild on solid, firm ground, so it can stand the test of time and be everything that it's meant to be in truth for you. If it doesn't have integrity, it's going to come crashing down. Do you see? So it's like building you up for the future, where everything that you do, how you move, how you live, how you work in this world, right? That it is according to the truth of who you are, and anything that does not align with that vibration has to go. So I don't know if you're the one shaking things up for yourself. I always say the Tower is a shake up to wake up. This is a breakdown also to have a breakthrough. So again, I don't know if you're the one initiating that catalyst for change yourself, or if it's the universe doing it on your behalf. But just know that whatever is falling away, whatever is breaking down, if there is something that gets shooken up in your world, it is literally the catalyst that is needed, whether you initiate it or not. It's needed, okay, to put you on the path to truth and integrity, to align you with your goals, your target, what is meant for you. And when you feel this energy of things shaking up in your journey at this time, if you experience it, have no fear, because it's literally, it is the energy that is needed, okay, to get the ball rolling. It's exactly what's needed to promote the change, the changes that are necessary. Tower is a change and transition card. It's very much needed. I feel like, you know, this card is, especially the artwork, right? Look at the monarch butterflies. Butterflies are a symbol of metamorphosis and change. So don't fear the changes that are happening for you around this time, or the things that are getting shooken up in your world, or whatever's falling away. Really, it's just preparing you for the path that you're meant to be on, that is more in alignment with who you're meant to be and the things you're meant to experience. Also, I feel like the Tower is giving you a major realization around this time. It might not even be a physical thing that you're experiencing. It could just be a major realization, a sudden, impactful knowing. A sudden understanding and awareness you did not have before, that kind of like shakes the core of who you are. It opens you up to something. It's breaking down patterns and paradigms, maybe old ones that needed to go. Sometimes the realizations that you get with the Tower energy could be an awakening. And it's also this feeling of, I don't know why I haven't pulled over the other cards, but, you know, maybe it's because of the bird on the Faith card, but it could be that you receive some shocking news. You know, birds deliver songs and messages, and they are messengers also from spirit. So it could be that you receive some shocking news that you weren't anticipating, and it shakes things up for you. But what it's doing, again, is just helping to align you with what's right and the path that you're meant to be on. So I would say to you, just guidance, right? If you're experiencing an impactful moment, a shift or a change, or a realization you weren't prepared for, if you're the one looking to make a shocking change in your journey, and maybe you're the one initiating it too, have faith that what is happening for you at this time, even though it might not always make sense, have faith that it's only just the catalyst that's needed, the change that's necessary to place you on the path that you're meant to be on. Again, if you have a choice to make, if things around you are changing without, you know, you anticipating them, if you receive news you weren't prepared for, if you learn something or have a major realization or awakening moment, eye-opening moment that you weren't anticipating, yes, or didn't have before. Again, this is all integral. It is all necessary. This is all the moving pieces and parts of the greater puzzle of your journey at this time. Why? Because you're meant to be on a certain trajectory with that divine timing card. Like the arrow. The arrow has a trajectory. It has a goal. It has a target to reach. So it's like all of this is taking place because you're meant to be on a certain path at a particular moment in your journey. And you're meant to arrive right on time at that specific moment. There's no freaking coincidences in that case. There's something you're meant to align with up ahead. And I say up ahead into the future because you have the divine timing card and it's pointed that way, not to the past. It's pointed this way, something in your future. You're meant to align with something in your future. But in order for you to align right on time with that thing in your future, something has to go. Something that is not in alignment with your truth, your essence, and the core of who you're supposed to be. That's got to go. That's why it says these things are happening to align you with your greatest truth and integrity. So it's like all this stuff has to fall off, out of the way, be cleared away because it doesn't serve the path that you're meant to be on and the person that you're meant to be when you arrive at your target in the future. Let's see. Keep going. Yeah. I think the Tower and the Devil card is breaking you free of constraints. Breaking you free of anything that's limiting your vibe, that is in the way or keeping you stuck or not allowing you the freedom to be who you're meant to be. This could be patterns, paradigms, limiting thoughts and beliefs with the Devil. Also with the Devil, it could be a difficult job situation, anything that's oppressing your energy, your vibe, and your desire for freedom. It's like breaking the chains, the bonds, and the cords that bind us to things, to people, to places, to thoughts, to mindsets, you see? Anything that's not good for us, habits, vices. So yeah, to me, the Tower's coming through to clear away and clean and heal and cut you out of and or away from these things that are toxic, unhealthy, and creating limitations in your mind, body, heart, and spirit. Sometimes the Devil is like oppressive work situations as well. So if you're working at a toxic job, with the Tower, you might learn that, for some of you, I'm not saying this is everybody's gonna maybe lose their job or something like that. The thing is, if something like that were to happen, know that this is actually working out for your highest good, because there's something else up ahead that you're meant to experience and or do for your line of work instead. And it could be that really you're just being placed on the path to true purpose. And this toxic job situation had to go in order to make space so you could be placed on the right path towards what you're meant to do in this physical experience. Just an example is what I'm giving you now. Oh, okay. So yeah, see, look, when I said job, and then we have the freaking Three of Pentacles. So yeah, for some of you, that could definitely be it. But I also see this as working towards or building yourself up, releasing these things so you can build yourself up mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and maybe even materially. Three of Pentacles is teamwork makes the dream work, right? And you also have energy of, with the Three of Pentacles, community coming together. Number 3 is energy of expansion, creation, manifestation. Yes. So I feel that these things had to get out of the way. These limitations you had to be free of them. So that way you can rebuild, right? Because this is a card of building up to something with support, mind you. So it could be, support from spirit. But this is about working towards goals with the Three of Pentacles. Finding a community, that friends, family, right? Those who you resonate with, feeling like you're seen. So I feel like, if anything, this is saying, those old things had to get out the way so that way you can rebuild according to what rings right and true to you, to be supported by the people who truly value you. Oftentimes, Three of Pentacles is where others see you for your gifts and talents. They recognize your value and, your work ethic. So I think this is all just lining you up so you find your tribe. Three of Pentacles. All in divine time. So have a little faith, right? If you're the one initiating the catalyst for change, if you're the one freeing yourself in some way, have a little faith that what you're doing is the right thing, because what it's doing is helping you to align with those things that are meant for you. Likewise, if it's, you know, situations outside of you in your everyday physical world that are being shaken up, just know that these changes, these shifts, again, it's just a catalyst for what is necessary, a catalyst to place you on the right path, to find your tribe, to find that community that's meant for you, to find that job that, you know, you're meant to be at, to find maybe a greater purpose in regards to what you do here in this physical world. If you're choosing, you know, to change your direction, make a choice, take a leap of faith. That leap of faith, it feels like it's the first step to break you free of what's not working so you can find what will. I don't know. I'm tempted. Let me look underneath. Well, all right. Let me take this one first. Oh, yeah. The Hierophant. Do you see that? Ah, yeah. See, you're freeing yourself. You're freeing yourself from this energy here so you can level up with the Hierophant. That is an energy of wisdom gained from physical experiences and a spiritual path. So some of you are going to be placed on the path towards spiritual purpose, I feel, and this had to go first. The leaps of faith, the changes, the letting go, all that had to take place to create the catalyst so this can be kind of cleared out of your path, whatever this is, so you can build yourself up and level up in the process. Some of you are on the path to spiritual purpose here with this Hierophant. For sure. Again, all this had to be shaken up and let go, and you had to be freed of what wasn't working. So, like the arrow, you can be on the trajectory you're meant to be on to arrive, I feel, at this version of you in your future or up ahead. I want to look underneath the surface to see what an influence might be. Okay, so yeah, do you see this energy of like letting go of loss? Something was lost over here with the Five of Cups. That might have been challenging, right? Because that's a number also of change with the number 5. And we have 2 of them. We have the 5 of the Hierophant. We also have the 5 of Cups. So I would say there's major changes taking place here. And yeah, there is something that has been lost with the 5 of Cups that you cannot fix or get back. But with the 5 of Cups, you have to remember there's 2 cups still standing, and those 2 cups represent alignment, a pair, a union. And oftentimes when we're in the throes of what we're feeling or what we're experiencing, or we're in our feelings about everything that's shaking up around us, right? We don't always see that there's still something, right? There's still something there that we're meant for. That's going to require faith, right? To trust that there's something else out there for us instead. Let me not focus on what I can't fix, change, or get back. There's no point of crying over spilled milk, that kind of thing. I have to trust, I have to act in faith and know that everything is actually aligning for me the way it's meant to. That's the guidance of the 5 of Cups. So yeah, your feelings are valid. If something is shaking up around you and it doesn't feel comfortable, well, that discomfort is actually, right, growing pains. And I feel that truly with the Hierophant here. That discomfort is growing pains. So underneath the surface with the 5 of Cups, yeah, you might be feeling, a little out of sorts, and you might be feeling some regrets or shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And the thing is, Don't let yourself slide down that slippery slope of what could have been or what ifs or whatnot. Because if you felt prompted to make a change, switch something up in your journey with the Tower energy, to free yourself of something that wasn't working, even though you're losing something in the process or letting go of something in the process of that, you still have something up ahead to gain. And we see that with the Hierophant. And there's so much wisdom that comes from what you're going to experience and the lessons that you've learned. You might have been letting things go, but you learned from those experiences as, you know, as you went through them, you lived them, and also as you let them go, as you move on from them. You're wiser with the Hierophant. You're more in alignment spiritually, right? It's like once you get to that Hierophant, once you get to that Hierophant energy, nothing can really shake your foundation anymore, you see. I feel like the Five of Cups is also giving me a little bit of a bittersweet situation, because when you're mourning the loss of something and you have regrets of it, let's say with the Three Cups that are spilled that you can't get back, you know, the bittersweetness is, yeah, I lost something here. I learned from this situation, but guess what? I haven't lost everything. I still have 2 cups that remain. I am still aligning with something that is meant for me. Not all is lost with the Five of Cups. That's the thing. And that's kind of bittersweet to know that there is a gift that comes out of the struggle or out of the sorrow. That's what this reading is telling me. There's a gift that's going to come out of this. Thing is that it's going to require your faith to act upon inspiration or to trust the process of what's happening for you, especially if you didn't choose it for yourself. Know that you are being moved in the direction of what's right and true to you. And that with the Three of Pentacles, everything is working out, working together, like, you know, moving parts and pieces of a chessboard to align you with what's meant to be for you. And the process of this journey at this time, what it's going to do is just level you up. Again, I was getting the vibe of an awakening taking place, a realization. There's so much greater wisdom and understanding and awareness to gain from what is taking place for you now, even if it might feel a little crappy at first, no lie. Even though you might find it a challenge, even though you might find it a little bittersweet, the thing is that you are leveling up from this. And that moving forward, you're not going to be the same. Moving forward, you're also going to be that much stronger and more solid in your foundation. The core of who you are, the essence of who you are. Again, you're being moved in the direction of the truest essence of who you're meant to be while here in this physical experience. The Hierophant is saying, you've lived, you've learned, okay? And you have wisdom from those experiences. And what they have done is just solidified who you are. They're building blocks, okay? Three of Pentacles, building blocks. That's all they were. All those experiences, all that shit, all those, you know, limitations at one time you may have been experienced, what they were was just building blocks. To help you become the person that you're meant to be. And I know sometimes nobody wants to hear that because, you know, some of the things we deal with on a human level are no fun. But you're climbing a spiritual ladder here, right? And some aspect of yourself is changing, shifting, but at the same time being built up better than what it was before, because the previous foundation or the previous version of you is what's falling away, kind of feels like, so you can level up. stronger, wiser, more solid than ever before. More connected to your higher self, right? Maybe more connected to a higher vibration even. I feel you're solid. Maybe what's falling away wasn't solid, but the version of you that you're moving into that's in alignment with everything that's meant for you is. I am going to grab some little oracles here for more clarification information, and then your final as well as your angel numbers. Let's see. Again, your losses were not in vain. They were just building blocks to help you get here, to this version of you that's enlightened, wise, true, living in truth, living in your truth, right? Walking, moving, and grooving in your truth. It's like anything that's not operating in that vibration has to go. You have to be freed of it, because it's just creating limitation and resistance where it doesn't need to be. So you can build yourself up into the version of you that is truly more authentic and a vibrational match to the version of you you were always meant to be in this experience. Again, trust the prompts that you're getting. Spiritually, the little inclinations, the nudges, trust it. Because what it's doing is helping to stir the pot, okay? To get you moving and grooving, to let things go, to shake things up, maybe even in your own world. So you can let go of what's not working, so you can rebuild over here with the Three of Pentacles and become this energy here. Operating from a higher vibration, in alignment, leveling up spiritually and physically. Because keep in mind, the Hierophant is Taurus. That's earth, so that's physical energy, physical earthly energy. But it's also an energy of spirituality. So you're leveling up spiritually and physically in the direction that you're meant to be in. So you arrive at a specific moment exactly as you're supposed to reach a goal, to reach a target, to reach the version of you you were always meant to be. What do we have here? Yeah, wow. Okay, word for word, release, right? Like, I feel like this is confirming the letting go, the releasing, the breaking the ties that bind, right? They're literally right here, releasing. That's what these two cards. Releasing yourself from any resistance or anything that will hold you back or down. Cutting cords where you have to, with who you need to, in situations that, right, are just going to create too much chaos. We don't want that. Moving forward, it's like you don't want that, and your soul knows it on a higher level. You are releasing, letting go, shifting out of this old energy that doesn't suit you anymore. Why? Because you have this fire that's burning. You have this nudge. Again, it's wands energy. It's fire energy. These are nudges, inspiration, spiritual inspiration, and pushes that you get. It's like, I always say, it's like, you know, spirit lighting a fire underneath you or within you to nudge you, to move you, to push you. It's your motivation. It's your ambition. It's your drive. It's your creativity, your spiritual nudges. And you have to act upon them. So again, some of you are going to be acting upon a major nudge that you get from spirit. And that nudge may include letting something go, cutting something away, releasing something that's not working. Okay? But trust the nudges that you get around this time, because they are catalysts to move you like the arrow in the direction of your aim. Also, fire is very destructive, right? But it's also regenerative. It can help regenerate. Like a phoenix that rises from the ashes. Yeah, the phoenix, you know, burned, but it rose again. That's the thing. And you're rising, you're climbing, you're leveling up. So like it's the tower, right, gets struck by lightning and burns down. But the Hierophant, right, he's climbing, he's rising up to reach that enlightenment. It's very similar, the feelings in these cards as far as the artwork, you know. Breakdown to have a breakthrough. That's the breakthrough right here, the Hierophant energy, that moment of realization, that moment of enlightenment. And then it's like he has this big aha moment, and then look how happy he is because he gets it now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it now. I see it. Oh my gosh. And it's like all you can do is laugh. You know, you have that realization moment, and it's so profound. It's like all you can freaking do is laugh. I get it now. I see what all this shit was for. And this energy in the card feels like so grateful. Right? Like this is one of those moments where it's like you can't freaking stop laughing. You can't stop laughing. It's just like an infectious type of cascade of laughter that flows through you. It's one of the highest vibrations, right? To have laughter like that. That's what this feels like. But it's because there's a sudden realization of, oh shit, I get it now, right? And that's exciting. Because then it all freaking makes sense. Where before it didn't. All of a sudden now it does. And that feels so damn good. That's what this is right here. I freaking get it now. And exactly, it's like you get it right exactly when you're supposed to. And there's a specific, right, timing of all of it. You weren't meant to get it any sooner. You were meant to get it, understand it exactly when you were supposed to. Again, I got the little birdie messages or information, awakening, realization. Again, if that's what your tower moment is, you're going to get that realization exactly in the moment you're supposed to. And it's going to be wild, and it might even freaking blow your mind a bit. But it's going to free you in a way that you've never been freed before. Mind, body, heart, and spirit. That is a beautiful thing. Kind of excited for you guys. Big catalyst change and moment is coming up. I know there's a huge release here for you guys with this full moon in Cancer. But I feel like what is coming is great, bigger, better than probably you could have ever imagined for yourself. So again, step out in faith. Trust the process. You didn't lose anything. You only have everything to gain is what this feels like. Okay? Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm almost like a little scared to pull this one over because I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Do you see that? How synchronistic is that? We have the monarch in this card, and we have it here too. It's the same butterfly. Two different decks. But you see how, you know, everything lines up the way it's supposed to confirm it in real time. So you're on the move, traveling. Look at that, literally traveling. Like the arrow through the air in the direction of this version of you, this leveled up version of you that you're supposed to be. You're on the move, you're on the go, literally or figuratively. You're going places, you're traveling like the arrow. crazy. I love it. I'm even tempted to look under here. Again, underlying influence. Whoa, okay, more confirmation. You see, a cycle's coming to a close. You're releasing an outdated version of you, or a cycle that just had to freaking had to go, man. Like whatever was holding you back had to go. This is what's being released with this full moon in Cancer. It's an old cycle. An old version of you is outdated. It was not going to suit the version that you're meant to be. It's got to go. You're being reinvented. You're being restored. You're being placed on the path to integrity and truth and authenticity and everything good. You're solid. You're safe. You're secure. There's nothing to worry about. I can't wait for your big aha moment, though, because you're going to get it. It's going to be so freaking profound with the Hierophant energy. It's going to be profound. A cycle is coming to a close for sure. I felt that here with the Tower. And it's a pattern or paradigm or a cycle of limitation and resistance and unhealthy things, situations, people, places, you name it. But it had to go because it has no place for the version of you that you are moving into. You're literally traveling into it, okay? This new version of you where you're flying free like the butterfly, freed from the cocoon, right? The cocoon is limiting space. You can't spread your wings in that space. So you're being freed of it. You're being released of it. So you can fly in the direction of everything you're meant to be, experience, and yeah, and live. All according to divine time. And the beauty of the divine timing card is that oftentimes these things get confirmed to us, or we're made aware for them exactly when we're supposed to. Because had we been made aware of these things, these signs, synchronicities, or these messages of confirmation any sooner, we wouldn't have gotten it. We wouldn't have understood it. We wouldn't have been ready for it. But you'll see how magical and synchronistic it is when you arrive at that place where you're like the Hierophant and you're like, I freaking get it now. I see it now. Oh, man. And again, it's so freaking profound when that happens. And it blows your mind. And it could be that information, that sudden awareness is what causes the Tower moment. You know, that could literally be the Tower moment. And it frees you. It helps you release the last vestiges of whatever was hanging around in your energy field. And it's freedom, liberation, you know. Yeah, I would say your big phoenix rising from the ashes moment there. Or you rise up like the Hierophant. Oh, man, this is exciting. All right, let's get a final oracle message here. I love it. I'm grateful for so many of you tuning into this reading. I trust that it will find who it's meant to. Whoa. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Elder, ancestors, right? But also you as the wise elder, healing through the lineage, maybe healing ancestral wounds. Whoosh. All right, let's see. Let's see. It's like when I say healing ancestral wounds, right? This is like the feeling of generations of generational wounds, you know? Maybe you're the one to break them. Or generational, you know, could be generational curses as well. I mean, you could be the one to break it. Break the cycle. For some of you, that could be it. Now, I haven't opened up the book yet to find out what this means. I've never gotten this card before. But this is just the vibe that I'm picking up. You're healing something. Whatever this catalyst is, whatever it is you're letting go, whatever you're stepping out in with faith because you feel motivated to change or do or whatnot, what it's doing is not just freeing you, okay? It's not just freeing you. It feels like you're also freeing your ancestors. Like you're the one breaking the curse, breaking the pattern throughout your own lineage. Again, trust what you're feeling prompted to change, shift, let go, and step out in faith with. Because what it's doing is breaking down something in the past. It might be tied to your ancestral line. You may be the very one to heal it. And I'm feeling like to say to you, trust the little birdie, trust the little voice that you hear on the inside, because not only is that your higher self, but that could also be your ancestors speaking to you, through you. Because you're the one who's here now to heal something that maybe they couldn't in their physical experience before you. So I feel like this full moon in Cancer is super, it feels deep, you know, on that level. Cancer is also mother energy, so maybe maternal lineage as well. Maybe a mother wound or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how this relates. You have a purpose with the Hierophant, I feel, that is tied to your ancestors in some way, okay? For some of you watching. This, you know, you're being placed on the path to purpose, I feel, with the Hierophant and the Divine Timing card and the travel, like, because you're moving in that direction according to, you know, divine orchestration and timing. And I feel that for some of you, the path that you're moving in the direction of that is in truth and authenticity with you is also, it also has to do with your ancestors. Part of your purpose or part of the path that you're meant to be on has to do with your ancestors in some way, for some of you watching this. And it's because, you know, this card is here. And then you have the cycle card. The Ouroboros can speak of death and rebirth. And it can also, this symbol right here, the snake eating its own tail, it can speak of death and rebirth. Also, lilies can sometimes speak of death, which is endings, change, release, okay? Butterflies speak of metamorphosis and change as well. But especially this, because the Ouroboros can speak of reincarnation. That's why we have the, is it the lemniscat? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. This little infinity symbol, right, can speak of death and rebirth. So reincarnation. So again, I feel that you reincarnated, for some of you, reincarnated into this cycle or into this, you know, experience to accomplish something on a very spiritual level, on a big level, that maybe even ties into your ancestors. Maybe it's something they couldn't accomplish. So you reincarnated it. You reincarnated to do it and to heal it and to break the cycle, break the pattern, and to level up, to free yourself of that, whatever that is, over here, so you can level up and that the cycle doesn't repeat itself moving forward after you. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm getting at with this. And again, the interesting thing is you have that Three of Pentacles, which can speak of more than one person involved, right? Community, family, tribe as a number. I also feel like your ancestors, I haven't even gotten to this yet. I feel like your ancestors are working with you, okay? Especially with this card here. Working with you with the Three of Pentacles to see that this level up, that this breaking of the pattern or the cycle happens. And also working with you to make sure that you are moved in the direction, right, of where you're supposed to be, who you're meant to be, and right on time. All right, let's get to the card. It's beautiful. It's aboriginal, right? Let's see. Like I said, I've never gotten this card before. I have no freaking clue what it's going to tell us, but I'm kind of excited for it. Your ancestor guides, yeah, look at that. Gather around you at this time. Great healing is unfolding and carving a newfound freedom for your lineage. Freedom, right? I mentioned that. Liberation, right here. Liberating from all this shit. Right here. Absolutely, like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Letting go of anything, releasing anything that will hold you back or down. That is liberation. It says the First Nations people of Australia are the oldest tribal people. And I said tribe. That's wild. I said tribe over here with the Three of Pentacles, right? It says the First Nations people of Australia are the oldest tribal people still living on the planet. Their historic hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality. Right? Beautiful. Are rooted in tradition and balance with the earth. Alignment. Okay? Alignment with spiritual, right here, spiritual and physical, because the Hierophant is spiritual, but it's earth energy, so that's physical. Okay? So that does make sense. This card is in honor of them as sacred earth protectors and the living embodiment of tradition. Extended message. The elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. Yes. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. Leveling up, taking your power back. When he appears, it is an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations. Oh, shit. Like, talk about word for word, right? Move beyond, literally. Here's the limitations. Breaking free of them with the Tower, the limitations of the Devil card, and moving with the travel energy beyond them. Jeez. Yeah, move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. Whoa. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, right? Look at the sadness, right, of the Five of Cups. Or even sickness placed upon you by your family. Look at that. What did I say? Healing ancestral wounds, generational wounds. You're the one to break that. You're here to break it. Okay? Yeah, or even sickness placed upon you by your family. It's important to know that you are here. Look at that. You are here to create your own story. You're here to freaking break the pattern. And I said that with the cycle card. You're here to break this cycle, the patterns of any limitations over here. So you can freaking level up and that it never repeats itself. Right? Because what they say, history is meant to, you know, if you don't learn from it, you're doomed to repeat it. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. The freedom you claim is healing that lovingly supports your entire family constellation. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I think that aligns beautifully, 100%. So trust yourself in this energy. Trust whatever you feel prompted to let go, release, change, switch up. or take a leap of faith on. Really, all it is the catalyst that is needed to push you in the direction you're meant to be on, to level you up, to break the cycle, to heal, right? The generational wounds. I feel like you're here to accomplish something that maybe your even ancestors couldn't. So it's like they're guiding from the other side to make sure that you accomplish what you came here to do this time also, is what I'm hearing. You're ready to expand, spread your wings and fly, be free, and level up. You also have something to achieve up ahead with the arrow soon to land its target. And it's like you can't achieve what's up ahead unless you let go of this stuff first. And also be prepared for major realizations that are going to blow your mind. And you're going to be laughing because you freaking finally get it. And then you'll realize what it was all for. I love it. So let's take a look to see what your angel number is. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. Okay, the numbers that show up from the dice can confirm a lot of what is already said in the reading. I love when that happens because it shows that I'm in tune, you know, and it could also give you a personal message that you need in the moment that could be totally different from what, you know, the messages are in the reading, but help you on a personal level too. So that's wonderful. I always say, look up the numbers, find a source that you trust to give you the messages. If you find a number interpretation that speaks with your heart, go with that one. Let that be your guide. Likewise, take the journey because you never know what other rabbit holes and synchronicities and confirmation you might find. Sorry, I just hit the camera. You never know what other signs of confirmation you might find along the way. So take the journey, research for yourself, see what you come across. Likewise, if you can, please refrain. I always ask that everybody refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section for the same reason. We want to give everybody a chance to find magic for themselves, and that because we know how special and important it can be. So let's see what angel numbers, I guess, come up for you for this particular full moon in Cancer reading, January 13, 2025. 3, I love it. Expansion, growth, creation. 1 for brand new beginnings. Look at that. After you let go, right, of what needs to be let go. And 9, I love it. Energies of completion, right? You can't have a new beginning without something else ending. So yeah, look at the number as a whole, see what that number brings to you. I'm just giving you individual number interpretations, but the numbers together as a whole are going to provide you with a message in itself. So 319 is your number. Go ahead and look it up. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I really do love hearing from everybody. Also, if you want to support this channel, like, share, subscribe. Visit my channel's page for membership subscriptions as well. You can support me further that way. I have members only readings that I put out and content for you guys that are exclusive just for members only. You can join that way. You could also support me further by maybe visiting my Etsy store. I do have personal readings there upon availability and things that I hand make there when I have the time. So I will leave you here. Thank you for spending time with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Happy full moon and always keep shining.